My name is Nelson Dumancela. I come from South America, Ecuador, and I am a master tailor. Not every suit is cut equal, as some people say. Every suit has their uniquenesses because every person is unique.
Hey Nelson, how you doing? So this tuxedo is actually Yves Saint Laurent, and it fits me. Just the shoulders a little broad, and I'm gonna need some alterations for it.
So you basically need a recut, probably a restyle. Let's start with the pants. Let's see how the tuxedo fits after 10 years. Seems like waist is not bad at all, maybe a little bit out. We're gonna take the pleats off, and this is a classic piece. The fabric looks in good shape, so it's worth it restyling it. Okay, Jason? We're gonna go through second fitting, changing the waistband, because this is a little bit kind of ripping apart. So it's worth it because the fabric is in good shape still. Now the pants needs a little bit of trim, the legs are a little bit baggy, which is outdated. Menswear was my favorite thing to build because it has a lot of geometry that goes into it. Goes a lot of anatomy, because in terms for us to build a garment, we have to know the client's body, and according to that we apply different proportions to get a nice garment. And then we will eliminate all these wrinkles here. It's going to be nice and smooth. Plus we're going to shape a little bit on the chest, just under the arm, pretty much cut the shoulder a bit. But you do need a little room on the hips, so I'm going to give you that. The jacket length is pretty good, we're not touching anything. It gives the proportion of his torso and his legs. One of the trades that my partners they choose for me was a tailor. So I started in a tailor shop in my hometown at the age of 13. So it was a pretty good experience to start with, because I wasn't really into it until I started developing things and constructing garments, learning different stitches, and it became interesting how a garment is built. Before we start designing the garment, we really have to focus on the client's posture, where their arms falls, their neck thicknesses, the biceps, torso and legs proportions. So there's a lot of things involved in tailoring in terms to deliver a beautiful garment.
So I have this tuxedo jacket. I don't know where the pants are anymore, but what I really want to do is I really want to modernize this suit. I want to rescue it. I want to bring it back to life. So could you show me some examples of maybe some fabric that would go with this tuxedo?
Sure.
Thank you.
I was thinking to put a little bit of color on it.
Sure.
Keeping the formal look, you know. And Canonical Barbaries is a pretty good collection, which I really liked. And on this black tuxedo, and we want to put, you know, some modern touch, I truly believe you should go for this pair of pants. The contrast is nice. It's a dark charcoal, and if we put the tuxedo string on the side, and we will put the cover buttons, you know, the satin,
Oh wow,
to show you how it's gonna look with the satin, and the contrast very sharp with this dark gray.
Are you going to use this type of satin with the lines going down the leg?
Absolutely.
I think the line's starting to wear on this. So is that something you guys can do?
I was actually looking at your garment, and it does need a refurnish. And I truly believe, since we're going to do a, you know, a kind of like a dark charcoal pants, we should go with some charcoal on the inside.
One of the great things before I started buying his custom suits was his way to take my pre-existing wardrobe and totally customize it and make it into something completely new. Everything from alterations to shirts to creating bullets on the back of the shirts. Any pants that I might have had from the past with pleats in them, he was able to make a flat front and really keep the pants, you know, trending with the times. Living in New York, there's a ton of options for custom tailors. One of the things I really love most about Nelson is not only his personality and his hands-on, but you know, everything is done within these four walls. There's nothing being sent out or outsourced. Everything is handcrafted by Nelson himself, And it's not something you really see today. A lot of the big warehouses or even specialty men's shops are doing the 5-point, 6-point alterations in-house, but the big projects are being sent out of house. And with Nelson, I can be reassured that I know every single custom garment that I have made is made by him.